It's time to feel uplifted. Welcome. In this short yin yoga class together, we are going to brainstorm some ideas for resolutions for you for this coming new year using the chakras as a framework. So if you click the link below and around this video, you'll get a free download of the worksheet that I'm going to be using in this video. So pause the video now and grab the worksheet. If you can't, that's totally okay because you'll hear me read these prompts. But this is a really useful tool for you to have, I think, not just for writing resolutions, but for anything you're going through in your life. Consider maybe also having a journal and a pen nearby your mat so that you can jot ideas as we go. And let's start in a cross-legged seat and just slowing down the breath. So just shift into the role of the observer now as you come to a cross-legged seat, watching the breath move in and out. And just feeling the stream of breath in and out of the nostrils. And setting an intention here to create resolutions and goals that are deeply meaningful to you. So moving beyond the artificial or the material, but setting the intention here to really tap into what your soul desires. One more deep breath in and out. And then we'll come to our first pose, which is child's pose. So if you happen to have a blanket like me, patting the knees can be really nice. And of course you can use a bolster, hug a bolster, put a block between the heels. Make sure the shoulders are nice and relaxed. I always like taking the fingers in a diamond shape with my elbows as wide as the mat, so my middle fingers to touch. But you can also just have the hands holding the heels if that feels best for you. So come into this position, settle in, make sure the head is fully supported. And just ask yourself here, what is my first chakra, my survival center, want me to focus on in this coming year? If you're not that familiar with the chakra system, here we're really addressing our core root needs like food and shelter and feeling safe. So draw to your awareness without too much effort as you just breathe and rest in this child's pose. What resolutions come to mind for you when you really prioritize your sense of feeling safe and secure in your body and in your life? And keep the breath long and slow. Prioritizing your safety, your security, your well-being in your body, your well-being in your home. Maybe also your finances. In the practical material realm of your body and your environment, what goals or resolutions come to mind? You can stay in this child's pose, or if you've had a couple ideas, this would be the moment to just press yourself up and jot them down in your journal. Pressing yourself up if you haven't already, shifting into our second pose, which is Baddha Konasana. So just bringing the soles of the feet to touch, sitting up on the blanket can be nice. You can choose to stay upright, just holding the outside of the feet, or you can choose to fold forward and maybe rest your head on a block or take your forearms to the floor. Get comfortable here. Allow yourself to really melt into it. Don't go for the deepest stretch. Let the chin really fall into the body, chin into chest. Head heavy, you can sway a little bit side to side if that feels good as you settle here. Really think of the head like a bowling ball, just let it go. And asking yourself here, what is my second chakra? So what are my emotional desires for this new year? What do I want to feel? Do I want to feel excited about a new project, or do I want to feel calm? So filtering everything now through the lens of emotion. What stands out to you? Perhaps cultivating more love, the emotion or sensation of feeling very grounded, perhaps. So when you view your life through the lens of your desires, your feelings, what kind of feelings do you want to cultivate? You can stay in the pose, or if you've had some ideas, this would be the moment to press yourself up and maybe jot some ideas down in your journal or piece of paper. How do you want to feel this new year, this new chapter? And sometimes it can help to narrow it down to kind of 3 key words. Pressing yourself up if you haven't already. Coming to lie down on your back, and of course, if you have that blanket, use it as padding for your spine. Just coming into a supine twist. So soles of feet underneath the knees, lifting the hips, setting the hips an inch to the right, and then letting your knees either just fall left, or if you like, you can wrap right over left and twist this way, arms out wide in a cactus shape, goalpost arms, elbows in line with the shoulders. Just surrender to the shape of the twist. And as you lie here in the twist, this is where we want to indulge the ego a little bit and ask what kind of things in the material realm, the material world, like a promotion at work or buying a new car or vacation, something in that material, tangible realm, kind of where we usually maybe end up when we do our traditional goal setting. This is the time to think about those things here. What does your ego really want in this new year? Just take a good 5 breaths, melting and relaxing into the twist more and more. As you let this sink in. What do you want to take action on? What do you want to achieve? And coming back to center, setting the soles of the feet down underneath the knees, lifting the hips, taking the hips over to the left side, and dropping the knees to the right, or left leg crosses over the right, and then drop into the twist on the second side. You can also think here about what actions you want to take in the physical, material realm. Relax the jaw, the gaze, the tongue in this twist. And really letting everything go. And coming back to center. Put all your weight into your feet, lift your seat up, set it down so it's right in the center of your mat. And then you can take your knees to touch, feet as wide as the mat, and just place both hands on your heart. Both hands on the heart center, and just rest and relax here. Feet as wide as the mat, knees into touch. Very gentle widening of the low back here, and then one palm on the other palm on the heart center. And just think of yourself like a stick of butter here, melting into the earth, nourishing your heart center with the heat from your hands. And here asking, what does the heart want? If we just ask the heart, letting everything else fall to the side. What does the heart desire for this new year? If my heart were in charge and running the show, what would my goals look like? And then slowly pressing yourself up, you can roll to one side, press up however feels right. And just jot down any ideas that came up when investigating your willpower, your ego, and then your heart. Writing down those ideas for resolutions or goals that your ego had, and your sense of action and willpower and achievement, and then might look very different, the goals and resolutions that came to mind when you were just focused on the heart. And then look at everything you've written thus far. Maybe just take a moment to soak it in. Come back to your cross-legged seat, whatever's comfortable for you. And dip the chin and then just take the right ear to the right shoulder. You can take the palms face up in the lap if that feels good. Shoulders melt down the back. Just a couple moments here as we work our way up the body now to connect with the throat center. And here just think about all the ideas you've had so far. Just calling to mind all you've written so far. What feels the most true in this moment? Dip the chin, take the opposite ear to the opposite shoulder, stretch for the opposite side of the neck, shoulders melt down the back. Just investigating the truth here. Out of everything you've thought about so far, is something coming to the forefront, feeling the most true? Let the head be heavy, shoulders heavy. Dip the chin back to center, coming up. And then just standing into a forward bend. So standing, and your hands can just fall to the floor. You can interlace and hold opposite elbows, or you can take the hands behind the nape of the neck. So just pick a variation now that feels good for you. Knees can be deeply bent, back of neck long, chin into chest. And in this pose, to connect with the higher energy centers, the higher chakras, just ask, what does my sense of spirit, my sense of being connected to something greater than just myself? If I asked not myself, but universal wisdom or intelligence or God, if you believe in God, or source energy, what would it have to say to me? What goal or resolution would it offer up to me for this new year? Just pondering that as you hang. And as you're ready, come to sit back down on the ground. Take a moment for the energy to just recalibrate, resettle. Palms face up in the lap. If you think you might forget, you can take this moment to just jot down any notes of what your answer was when you asked Source Energy, God, the universe, about what you should focus on this coming year. The answer you received, as well as any notes about what felt the most true that you've explored thus far. Maybe circling some things that you've already written or underlining. And once you're done with that, come on into Shavasana. So coming to lie down on your back, making yourself super comfortable, maybe covering yourself with the blanket now. If you don't have a blanket, that's fine. Just come to lie down. Feet hip width apart, arms alongside the body. Set the intention to fully relax here. And know that when you get up from here, from this place, and look over your notes, that you will know the one or two resolutions combining everything we've explored that you want to move forward with, that you want to work with. Trusting that when you exit this Shavasana, and look at what you've written or thought about so far, one or two things will become abundantly clear to you. Take as much time in this Shavasana as you need. Rest here fully for as long as you can. And when you're ready and you get up, I would love to hear how this resolution writing exercise went for you and what resolutions you came up with if you want to share in the comments below. Sending you so much love from my heart to yours. Namaste. Thanks so much for practicing with me. I want to make sure you know about my free Chakra challenge. Immerse yourself in this 7-day experience at the link you see below. From my heart to yours, namaste.